Hello, my name is Eva Johnson and I serve as the Dean for Student Development here at Pacific Lutheran University. Part of my work this year is to oversee the Office of Student Rights and Responsibilities. Our Student Rights and Responsibilities Office works in partnership with the Doan Center for International Programs, and our hope is that this video will provide you with some strategies and ideas of how to be safe while you are studying away over a J-term or a semester. The purpose of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Office within a study away context is to support the educational and the experiential goals of a program while upholding our community standards of the PLU community, our PLU Student Code of Conduct, and how it applies to all students while they are studying away. Our hope is that we have three priorities for you. The first is to be safe. The second is to be legal while you're in the country, and the third is to report. So let me give you some more context, particularly about these first two priorities of being safe and being legal in country. Our hope is that you will spend some time with your faculty and, if appropriate, the administrative assistant for your program, thinking about how to be safe in the country that you will be visiting and where you will be studying. Please consider the appropriate and necessary steps of not being alone while traveling together or with another person, staying away from areas of a particular town or city that your instructor has recommended that you not visit past particular hours or are considered to be dangerous. Please also consider and remember that while you're in foreign countries, there may be different laws that apply to people in those countries, which also would apply to you. PLU students are separately accountable to both local, state, federal laws and to the PLU Student Code of Conduct while they are both here on campus and when they are studying away. When local, state, or federal laws and the PLU Student Code of Conduct overlap, the university may invoke the code to protect its own interests and standards. What this means is that while you are studying away and you are off campus, the PLU Student Code of Conduct are policies. They apply to your behavior both in the class context as well as outside of the classroom. A student who breaks the law while they're in a foreign country must be prepared to accept the consequences because that student has no more immunity from the law than other citizens. Students participating in PLU study away programs or who are enrolled in PLU as international students are also expected to adhere to the laws of their host country and uphold the standards outlined in the PLU Student Code of Conduct. So some examples I'd like to share with you about the PLU policy and the law really center around alcohol, weapons, abuse, disruption of university community. First, alcohol. Some of you will be studying in countries where the legal alcohol age is younger than that of here in the United States. If your instructor has said that it is permissible for you to drink while on the study away course, please do so in a manner that is respectful and a manner that does not disrupt the community of your course and of your class, as well as follows the local customs and traditions of the country you are in. Another topic is drugs. Some of you may be studying in countries where the access to drugs beyond marijuana and others is accessible, and for you to know that here in the United States those drugs are not considered legal, and therefore you may be found in violation of our PLU Student Code of Conduct if you purchase the drugs, if you're found using the drugs, and if you're found selling the drugs. I'd also like to talk with you a little bit about the disruption of the university community. If your behavior on a study away course disrupts your classroom experience, the classroom experience of you, your faculty member, and your fellow classmates, your faculty member can, if he or she chooses, send you back to the U.S. and back to PLU. While you are on your study away course, your behavior is subject to the PLU Student Code of Conduct. And my hope is that you'll make smart decisions that allow you and your classmates to learn as best as possible and to take into consideration and respect the local customs and traditions of the countries that you are all in. Some of you may be also considering purchasing things while you're studying away that could be in violation of our weapons policy. For example, we've had students who have brought back swords and other cultural items and brought them onto campus, and those sort of items are still considered a violation of our weapons policy. If you purchase such things, just know that they will need to stay at your permanent place of residence and not be brought back to campus. While you are studying away, the third priority that we have is for you to report. Reporting is simple. There is a link on the SRR, Students' Rights and Responsibilities webpage. There is also a resource sheet in your packet which explains to you how to report. And there'd be 3 reasons why you'd want to report. The first would be a possible policy violation. The second would be if you see something or experience something and you're just unsure of whether or not it's a policy violation, please go ahead and report it. And the third would be if there was something of concern that you experienced or saw and you need to let someone know. It is better to report than to keep it to yourself. So in closing, I'd like to remind you of our 3 priorities. The first is to be safe. Please know your location and the different issues that may come up while you are studying away. Seek assistance immediately, and when needed, do not wait. The second is legal in country. Know the local laws, the customs and the traditions, and also know the PLU Student Code of Conduct and how these things may overlap. Legal issues in other countries can be much more difficult than in the United States. The third and last thing is to report. Keep notes for easy reporting and submit those reports as soon as you can. I hope that you have a wonderful study away experience and that it is truly a benchmark and hallmark of a PLU experience to study away. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at srr@plu.edu. And again, I hope that you have a wonderful experience studying away.